Okay guys, today we're gonna turn this PC into a super emulator that you can play your Nintendo 64, your Sega, your Super Mario, Mario Kart, all that beautiful stuff in a PC, and you can have them all in one. Inside this PC, we have an Intel i3 something something, 16 gigs of RAM, which is absolutely too much. You do not need that. 8 gigs will just do it perfect. We have a 1 terabyte Barracuda Seagate, which I'm gonna take it right now out of here because I'm going to install that software or operating system directly on it. Let me put this on the side, leave these alone. We are not probably gonna need the CD drive, but I'm gonna leave it where it's at. Yes, there are the screws here, but you know, we don't believe in that stuff. Let me put it back in. And on the back, as per the I.O., it's this stuff here. You don't need to know more than that. There's USBs, there's display ports, there's Ethernet, there's VGA, there's network card, power, and that's all. And here's the HP ProDesk. That's the version of this one. It has a name somewhere, which HP ProDesk S500G1 or 500G1. It's something like that, but you cannot see it because it was scratched. And when they get scratched, that's when we don't see them. Now, as per peripherals, obviously you need a monitor of any kind. You can connect it to your TV as well if you want to. An external USB, because I'm going to transfer some of the games from this USB, from my main computer to this USB, then from this USB to the console we're building. A Bluetooth dongle because, you know, the computer is too poor to afford an internal Bluetooth. So I'm going to put one here because I will connect my PlayStation 3 controller with this Bluetooth. And yes, the system we're installing here supports PlayStation 3 controllers, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 4, Xbox, all kinds of controllers you can think about so far. A VGA cable, because, you know, the poor stuff. Again, more cables. And when you can't afford a full keyboard, you just go ask them for half keyboard. And you just buy half. And you save a lot of money. So you have exactly the half you need. The light to go up and down. And the playing game stuff. And the mouse is, instead of the other half of the keyboard, you buy a mouse. And yes, now you are complete, as you see here. Now you can play all day long just like that without interruptions. And besides the jokes, these are both made by a company called Bluefinger. I'm not sponsored by them. Neither do I know who they are. That's the name, Bluefinger. And that's the same name on the keyboard, as you see, Bluefinger. And with that said, as we know now what we need, we take the Barracuda hand by hand and walk to our Windows 10 PC. After we made it to our PC where we have the good stuff, we plug our hard drive into one of those cradles or the USB toasters that our computer can read it almost like a USB. So now, when we go to this website that I'm going to leave a link on description, it's Batocera36. Don't ask me what it means because I have no idea. It's batocera.org. We click this little link right here. It will start downloading. After it downloads, it will be somewhere in your computer. In my case, it was right here. It says like a zipped file. I did this one and I extract it here. When you extract it, you will get this image file right here. Image not as JPEG, IMG. So, right here, we find Balena Etcher, which sometimes you can't find it right away, but you have to count. Where would Balena Etcher be in your computer? And you double click it. When it opens up, you flash from file and you go find your Batocera. Right here, click it, select the target. Now our target is gonna be large target. So it will be this one here, I know that for sure. But in your case, as you see right here, for example, I have 4 more drives right here and I'm not gonna touch them. That's my SSDs, my M.2s and other stuff, my backups. If you click in any of these other ones, you will be in big trouble because this will erase every single thing that has ever been on that drive. So be extremely careful and know that you are selecting the proper drive. With that said, select one and then click flash. When it asks you, you say yes, I'm sure, but after you are sure, because this is a large drive and it's hell to pay if you have to go through Stellar Toolkit for a data recovery, you are in for a few days of waiting with not 100% chance of recovering. With that clear, I'm gonna hit yes, I'm sure because I am sure. Click yes when the command comes in to say yes or no, and then just wait. Probably get something to eat, get the drink, water, fresh squeezed juice. I don't know. You choose. Me, myself, I'm just gonna skip this part so you don't see what I'm doing. And as you see, it has been done. So now we don't need to flash anything, update, manage devices, and all that. We are done with the PC, but before I get out of here, I'm gonna plug in a USB really quick. We have some of the game ROMs right here. I cannot tell you where to get games. Okay, now we safely eject the red USB and safely eject the huge hard drive, just like that. And as at this point, we are ready to go to our computer. Okay, after all the cables are in, before we plug power or anything, it would be a good thing to put the hard drive inside first. And let's see if it wants to do it. Okay. And you're supposed to have that thingy here, which are called brackets. But this year, you know, economy and stuff, we don't have brackets. Let me put it up here and we will attempt to start it if everything goes well. And when you click the button, okay, so this is either Batocera Linux, normal, or Verbose. I'm gonna do normal. I'm gonna do normal because I don't know what the other one is, so I don't want to risk it. And let's see what it does. Do not switch off your device, obviously. Okay, and we wait till we get old. Oh yeah, no, it started. Never mind, I'm not old yet. And something's going on. I hear fans. Oh, I hear music actually. You guys don't hear that music, but maybe it's for the best, so I don't get a copyright thingy. Okay, so now when you land in here, you'll have all these console emulators, and what we want to do, I already, as you see on the top left, I already have one PlayStation 3 controller added as Bluetooth, and now we're gonna add a second one by pressing space on the keyboard. We go to this menu and then we go to controller and Bluetooth settings. Go here, make sure you connect your PlayStation 3 controller, whether it's your first one or second one, via USB first, so the system recognizes it. Then go to pair Bluetooth device manually, and here after it's recognized, I'm gonna disconnect it from the USB and click the home button. And now our Bluetooth, our second one is gonna be this one right here. We hit enter and wait for it to fully pair with the console, and then you will be ready to go and play your favorite games. And after you've done that and you connected it, you can go to your controller activity and check all that stuff. You can do mapping on the controller. I'm not gonna do on this one because I already done it, and you are ready to go play. So in the games, as I said previously, I unfortunately cannot show you where to get the game ROMs, but Google is right there, and Google is your best friend in this case. And here I'm just gonna play probably a quick game of, I don't know, Mario Kart that I found, and that's all I'm gonna try for now because I don't have anything else. And you'll see that this is actually quite good. And let me just show it to you right here, that the controller is actually working. And here we are. This is the controller. I need to get the other side, but one-handed is not that easy. And yes, I'm capturing this screen on OBS. And this is the console. This is the Bluetooth dongle right there on the bottom. And that's all. Now I'm not sure if I need the keyboard anymore, but here are the Bluetooth buttons and all that stuff. And now let me show you inside the game. Let me go to Nintendo 64 and Mario Kart versus Super Mario. I'm just gonna go with a quick Mario Kart so you guys can see what we're doing here. Just give it a second to start. And here we are inside the game. So many memories come back here, huh? Let's go. I haven't played this game, I would easily say, in 15 years, almost. I would easily say at least 12 years. Since last time I had a Nintendo 64 with a lot of game cartridges that I actually used to play, and I really used to like it. But even though I would play mostly Mortal Kombat, that was for some reason my favorite. And I'll probably try to find Mortal Kombat for N64, the ROM, so I can play it. And yeah, guys, this is all it's about it. And if you find one of those mini PCs, would probably even be better to install this operating system on, so you can put it at your TV and play with somebody else, because you can have multi-controllers, and it's actually easy to synchronize your PlayStation 3 controllers to this console via Bluetooth versus how we tried to install them on Windows. This, in my opinion, is worth it, especially if you have an older PC with at least 4 gigs of RAM. 8 gigs would be great, but 4 gigs will do it just fine. And anything above Core 2 Duo processor, usually I would suggest go with Intel, would do a great job. And yeah, in my case, I just put a regular hard drive, a 1 terabyte hard drive. You don't really need to put SSD, it's gonna be a waste. Put in an SSD on this one. Oh, that's a lot of memories. So yeah, guys, let me get out of here. And this is the game. It actually is very beautiful. You have Super Nintendo, Nintendo Entertainment Systems, PC Engine. These are screenshots. Commodore. These are gonna be your favorites. All the games. Sega Drive. What is that? Pygame? I don't know what this one actually is. Ports. Game Boy Advanced. And back to Nintendo 64. And with that said, I hope you guys learned something from this video, and we will see you next time. Let's go!